Hello, my name is Toeic. Today we'll talk about a short talk on topic sequence. Number one, first, the speaker asks the student to write the name as taught in a capital letter. Next, he is static, reading direction carefully and before answer the question and marking the answer on the answer sheet. After that, he has chatted, telling him if they didn't have a pencil. Finally, he said the student could go home when finishing and returning the test. Number two, first, the speaker welcomed to the audience and she introduced Miss Sukim playing a violin concerto. And next, she announced the concert that evening would be preceded by a free talk by Professor Robert Simon on the history of the violin. Mr. Simon had lectured on the violin all around the world. After that, she said, following the performance, they would go to the lobby to enjoy the refreshment. Finally, she introduced the director, who would introduce Mr. Simon. Number three, first, the speakers chatted, signing in at the desk and getting a visitor's pass when entering the building. Next, he reminded not to lose the pass because they needed to wear it all the time when being in the building. After that, he has chatted, waiting for his card to accompany to the destination and might also be escorted back to the reception desk. Finally, he reminded to sign out and return the pass when leaving and thank for cooperation. Number four, first, the speaker got the customer's attention and she announced the store would close in 15 minutes. And next, she reminded the customer to take all the purchase to the cashier then and chatted using the express checkout lane if they were paying with cash and buying 5 or fewer items. After that, she asked to show the guard the receipt when leaving the store. Finally, she chatted, checking all the items before paying because they didn't accept returns. Number five, first, the speaker announced after the news was weekend weather report. Next, she said Tom Tell would interview Susan about her new book, How to Write in the Stock Market. As she commented, Miss Susan was now expert on investing and financing and wrote the weekly newspaper column You and Your Money. After that, she thought it was a very informative show. Finally, she introduced Peter Cook with the news. Number six, first, the speaker announced there should be a large turnout for the following afternoon's National Day parade. Next, she said it would be preceded by a speech by the mayor and the chief of the police, and everyone was invited to enjoy the barbecue and firework at the city park in the evening, and attend the morning soccer games at National Stadium. After that, she reminded to arrive early if they wanted to be sure to get a good seat. Number 7. First, the speaker announced a few changes have been made to a conference schedule because the old schedule will conflict. Next, she said Professor James would speak immediately following lunch instead of before, and morning coffee would be served in the front hall instead of in the dining room. After that, she commented the morning workshop would begin at 10 o'clock at originally scheduled, but the afternoon session would begin until 1:30. Finally, she introduced Miss Carter would give the evening talk. Number 8. First, the speaker said the president had left that day for visit to large North America, and he would head first to the meeting in Mexico City with leaders from Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. Next, she commented the president had a few days of the Mexico speech reserved. After that, he would go on to a meeting with head of state in Peru and Ecuador. Finally, she told the president would tour factories and meet with union leaders in both countries. Number 9. First, the speaker congratulated on becoming an owner of 2010 bread making machine. Next, she said the customer was sure to enjoy the luxury of having bread baked by bread every day arrive in their own home. After that, she commented it was easy to use the new bread machine. Simply choose their recipe from the instruction book, assemble and measure the ingredients, then place them in the machine. Finally, she said at the bread bake, they wouldn't be able to wait for the first taste. Number 10. After the speaker chatted registering for classes by phone and avoiding the long lines of the registration office. Next, she chatted calling 332-2445. Press 1 if they were a new student, or press 2 if they were a returning student, and told their social security number, then the class number. Finally, as she commented, after the customer has selected all the classes, enter the credit card number and hang up. They would receive a receipt by mail within 5 days. Thanks for listening.